Hello, here I am. Make your comment, say your piece, say hello, say hi, tell me where you are. I don't know if you're there if you don't comment to me. If you do comment to me, then you stand a pretty fair chance of getting a reading. So let's see what comments we can get. Anybody want to say hello right now? I will carry on talking to my guides and shuffling until somebody wants to say hello. Remember, if you don't comment, if you don't recommend to your friends, tell your friends to get online, nobody gets a reading. I don't know you're there. Okay, well, just in case people are listening but are a little bit feeling shy, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm Titch. I've been talking with spirit since I was about 3. For a long time, I just took the messages I got and did nothing with them because I was very uncertain about hearing strange people's voices when you're walking down the street giving you messages for other people can make you feel a little bit kind of mad. And then I started to realize that these voices were telling me things that were actually true and accurate, and I would be able to verify that information later. So I started telling people what I could see and who I could talk to and describing them. That led to me looking for cards because my head is a little bit like a crowded room on most days. I end up feeling like there's an awful lot of people talking, but all I can hear is that kind of rah, rah, rah noise in the background rather than specific conversations unless they are very persistent. So using the cards helps me help them to focus. I focus on the cards, they focus on the cards, and the room gets a lot quieter for us both. So that's why I use oracle cards. Oracle over tarot is just because I find oracle cards more intuitive for me. Both have their place in this world. Both have their advantages and disadvantages in terms of the information they can give. But yeah, oracle cards help me to focus and help you. So if you are listening and you would like to talk to me, that would be fantastic. In the meantime, in my crowded room right now, there are a couple of people hanging about. I do not know if anybody is watching this. If you are, we've got a lady who, hello Mandy, a lady who liked to wear cardigans. A lady who, she had short, quite white, pale hair. Let's go with Mandy because I got a flicker from this woman when I said Mandy. So hello everyone, thank you for saying hi, but we're going to start with Mandy. I think I'm going to call your cards now, Mandy, because this lady liked to wear a blouse and a round necked jumper with just the collars of the blouse coming up. So yeah, Stacey, if we can get Mandy's comment back out, that would be fantabulous. There we are. Hello, my sweet. Oh, and there's your person. Further evidence that your person is in fact yours. I don't know whether you would know her. From the outfit she's wearing, I would suggest she possibly moved on in the 80s or 90s. It's just that kind of comfy, granny, older auntie outfit that she was wearing. There we go. There's your change card. So let's have a look at what 3 cards you've got, my love. So your present card, where you are right now. Simplicity. Your future card. Decide. And your change card is true. Now, that put together tells you, Mandy, my sweet, that oh, what are you trying to say, lovely? forgive me for being interrupted there, Mandy. Your person, she's saying she's like an aunt, maybe an older cousin, but was referred to by the family as sort of an aunt. She's saying that you overthink an awful lot. You put a lot of pressure on yourself and complicate things a lot more than they actually need to be complicated. That leads to you, when you start thinking that this could be that choice or that could be this choice, you end up kind of bamboozled and stuck and not making much of any choice. Now you're being told right now you have a decision coming up and you need to make this decision, the decision that is true for you. Now this particular decision refers to a heartfelt decision. This, in my perception, that card is very warm, it's very welcoming, it's embracing, and that is telling you that what you know deep within you is the best choice for you. So if we look at where we're at in the present, you need to calm things down a little bit in your mind, not overthink, and you need to look for what your heart is telling you is going to be the right decision, because you are coming to a point in your future where you will have to decide. Okay, my lovely, I hope that helps. Any feedback you'd like to give would be good. I would say trust yourself. I would definitely say trust yourself. Thank you, my darling. I do love that feedback. Yeah. I think your auntie's trying to get you to have more self-confidence and more self-esteem around yourself. I say auntie, I think she's maybe a great auntie, something like that, or a cousin that's quite distant, second or third cousin kind of thing. But she's definitely sending you love and wants you to just be a little bit more strong in your thoughts, sure of yourself. Okay, my love, let's move on and see who else is out there and who else the spirits are going to highlight for me. I believe a few minutes ago there was somebody called Stacy that was commenting. If you're still there, Stacy, make another comment and we will see. I'm sure I've got the name Stacy in my head, so if we do have somebody called Stacy who's watching or listening, that would be really, really cool. Okay, if Stacey has not come back, then can we have anybody else's comments coming through? Okay, the Stacey name is being said by a man. I'm getting a feeling of work about this man. That sounds very generic, very obvious, but I get the feeling this guy was a real manual hard worker. If he worked in an office in the daytime, then when he had free time, he was doing things at home, renovations, DIY, gardening. He was a very tough guy, very family focused and on making things better for his family. So he'd always got his hand in something that he could do to help somebody out, be it in his own house or for them and their house. Charlene, Shaz. Maybe I got the name wrong, hearing Shaz instead of Stace, or Stace instead of Shaz. So, okay, Charlene, yeah, the guy is laughing here, so we will go with that. You can take Stacey as well. Oh, fantastic. Well, let's pull your cards and see if your dad's got anything else to say to you. There's your present card. There is your future card. Now let's see what change he's keen to recommend for you, my darling. Happy thoughts. Let me bring that back a little bit so you can see that. Happy thoughts for your present. You are gifted for your future. And listen to your true feelings. Now I'm getting somewhere with your dad, if it is your dad. What he is trying to state very clearly is it's so easy to get caught into the day-to-day rut of life, the day-to-day hardships, finding the money for the bills, getting enough sleep to do the work, just keeping everything ticking over generally. And it gets very easy to forget all of those good things that have happened. Yeah, you have a chat with some friends and you go, oh yeah, I remember when we were teenagers we did this, and when we went away for that concert we did that, and trip we did the other. He wants you to remember some of the basic things that you did, because money is an issue. It is for everyone. But he wants you to remember some of the things that made you really happy without putting any pressure on you. Things like go for a walk, going off to a nearby nature reserve-y kind of thing. I'm getting an image of. It's basically lightly wooded. It's not going through a forest. It's lightly wooded. There's fields and birds. You can hear the birds. You can see the cows. And just strolling, just having a walk. Just remembering those things that are easy and cheap and make you happy. Yeah? That's going to remind you of all your genuine feelings, and it's going to remind you to actually listen to your true feelings, actually appreciate what is going on in your life and what you want to go on in your life, recognizing those feelings that are coming from deep within you, that sometimes you go, I couldn't possibly, I just don't have the time or the energy. And the reason I know that it's to do with you doing something is because he's reminding you again, you are gifted. You have a natural talent. I'm getting more confident as I'm interpreting what I'm hearing and feeling. And what I'm feeling is he's telling you to go with your gifts, to go with your talents, that listen to what is going on within inside of you, and you will be able to use that to improve your day-to-day. But don't forget that your day-to-day can easily be improved by doing those free things that you love doing. Like I said, a walk in a lightly forested area. I don't know if there's such a place that you used to go to as a youngster. But I can hear birds singing, and I can see cows, and I can see a field through trees. So this is just a general local countryside area, common to almost everyone in the UK. Just let yourself enjoy the things that you enjoy. Okay, my sweet? I think it will help you in many ways with your spiritual energy, your spiritual gifts, and your self-esteem. Let's move on and see if there is anybody else talking, either your side of the screen or mine. Okay. Let's see, is there any other comments coming through? Anybody else asking for a card? Okay, Queasy. I know we've spoken before, haven't we, Queasy? Let's have a look. Queasy and then Chrissy, I think. Sounds good. Hi, Queasy. Thank you for being there. I think we've spoken in the past. I kind of recognise your little icon there, my love. The thing is, because of how we go through this streaming service, I don't always get to see their comments straight away. So you may comment near the very top of the feed, but I don't always see that, my love. So I do feel extremely upset for anybody that feels they're not getting seen. That is not my intent. That is not our intent. It is just kind of luck of the draw, which comments are going to get through to me on this thread, alongside which spirits will be talking. Sometimes they're busy enjoying their afterlife. So Queasy, you have one of the most beautiful cards for you first, my darling. That says try something new. And look at that. I don't think anybody has gone swimming dolphin, orca and unicorn before. Especially not on a wave that looks like it's a very good surfboard wave. Right, let's move that out of the light a little bit. Hello and goodbye. That is your future, my darling. And very soon is the change that you need to make happen. Let me interpret that a little bit for you, my darling. I've got an older woman coming through. She's very homely, very welcoming. I say older woman. I'm hearing a lot of voices calling her auntie. So whether that is how you would know her, or whether she would be a family friend. In my culture, any older lady was called auntie when I was a child. So it could just be that you knew her as auntie and she may not have been a relative. But she is telling you that you're kind of stuck. You're trying to... Lovely. You're trying to change things and move forward. You're trying to do the same things and get different results. And so she's trying to push you, look at something new, try it in a new way. But if you keep doing the same old thing in the same old way, then you're going to get the same old results, aren't you? You need to be looking at trying something new, and you need to be doing it very soon. If you keep on, like I say, if you keep on doing the same thing in the same way, nothing ever changes. So she's telling you very loudly that there is something new on the horizon for you, and you need to be looking at it and considering it pretty soon. And the reason for the rush is this card, Hello and Goodbye, indicates that there is a forgive me, there is a significant change coming your way. This change is not one of those changes that you can let happen around you and ignore it. It's going to be one that actually impacts on your daily life. Let me take a drink here. Oh, I don't know whether she had throat problems or a voice breathing problem, but my throat has gone very harsh linking with her. But you need to quickly get looking at something new and different options around you, because this change that is coming it's going to be a definite change in direction for you. You can stay in a similar field to what you're in, you can stay in a similar area to what you're in, but there will be a definite change, and it's up to you to choose it. Let me see. I'm not getting anything specific to the date. I understand the importance of the date, of course. But what I am getting is that there may be something new. It feels like it's within your field. So it may well be something that impacts on your music, that you need to try a different technique, or I don't know how you do your backing music or something like that. It feels like it's something to do with your field of work. But yeah, try something new, try it very soon, because there is a categoric change coming. The change is not negative. No matter which way you take it, it's not negative. It's just going to have a significant impact on you. Okay, my sweet? All right then, Quizzy. Take care, my lovely. Enjoy the presence of your dad. Enjoy the presence of your aunt. I am sure that they are enjoying your presence very, very much. Now, Chrissy was the next name that caught my sparkles, which is what I see when spirit are near me wanting to talk to you. Hello, Chrissy. That's it, a future card. Well, everybody, as I do my 3 cards, everybody gets there, where you are now, where you are going, and what do you need to change to get the best out of where you're going. You know, how do you bring it about? How do you bring it quicker? So I have your present card already pulled. There is your future card pulled for you, Chrissy. And let's have a look. Your change card is being very selective, which is not a bad thing. There it is. It just means that they're being very certain to make sure they've got the right card. Aha. Now you have practice. Oh, that is a lovely image, isn't it? A dancing unicorn like that. Your future is being thankful. And your change card is around family culture. Okay, Chrissy. Now, what I can tell you immediately, you have a lady near you who is quite frustrated with you. They're not angry, they're not upset, they are just frustrated by what they can see. And what they can see is your lack of self-confidence. You can project very nicely to those you wish to that you're in charge of the world, but not for very long. And it's very easily seen through by those that actually know you quite well. So your practice card coming up first is let's practice the things that make you feel good. It's along the lines of fake it till you make it, and practice makes perfect. You do things that do make you smile. You do things that do make you feel better about yourself, that you have some talent, some skills. Do some more of that. Now, the change card, that family culture card that I showed you, I'll show you it again now. That is telling you that, I don't know if you can hear, there is somebody outside my house playing music through their car horn. I am sorry if that's interrupting everybody. It's a little distracting this end. Right, they seem to have found a new toy for Christmas. Yay! So practice feeling better about yourself. Practice doing those things that make you feel good about yourself. And then your family culture. That tells me that part of the reason that you are lacking self-confidence is linked into your family. Now, that's either because, actually, it's partly two things. It is because the run-of-the-mill day-to-day life and everything else appears to come on your back. So you're the one doing the, the tidying, the cleaning, the organising, the sorting the bills, organising the schedule. You don't do everything, but a lot of that mental hard work is on your back, and that is draining, tiring, wearing. Yeah. The other part of it is those things that are important to you, that make you feel better, that make you feel good about yourself. They're not seen as enthusiastically by those around you. They give you the noise. Yes, do it. It's great. It's wonderful. But you can tell sometimes they're a little bit, oh, you're doing that again? They don't mean anything by that. They just don't understand how important it is to you. So you need to have a conversation with them and a discussion with them about how you need to shake things up just a little. You're not trying to turn your back on the things that work for your family, your setup, but you are just trying to refresh things a little bit. The future opens up for you. It does open up for you because it leaves you space for this. Now, the thankful card is all about further building your self-esteem, and it's about further saying to yourself, what is it that is unique about me? What is it that makes me so different and so special from anybody else? In the UK, we give certificates to our little ones when they have been kind, when they have been polite, when they have been thoughtful to other people in their class, when they've used good manners. All these little certificates and things are earned. They are things they have worked to learn. These are things that you have worked to learn. You have worked hard since day dot to learn how to breathe, learn how to walk, how to read, how to run, how to do every single tiny thing that you have ever achieved. You've worked really hard at it, and you don't recognise that sometimes. You didn't wake up one morning automatically knowing everything that you did. You may not remember how and when you learned what you know, but you had to learn it. And being thankful makes you appreciate exactly how much you have taken on and how much you have learned. So just a quick recap. You need to practice doing those things that make you feel good. You need to talk with your family about the things that make you feel good and less than good. And then you have to remember all those things that you have done in your life that make you unique. You are worth it. You are valuable. You are not just a cut and paste model that anybody else could replace. There is no one else quite like you, Chrissy. Okay, my lovely? I hope that means something to you, because that is a very strong message that I've been getting here from your lady. I'm not getting anything clear about your lady. As soon as I hit what she was trying to say, she disappeared on me, which unfortunately can happen. But let's see who else is around and about. We've got about half an hour or so left by my count, so we can certainly get a few more people in. Okay, Dawn, let's go with you, my darling. You have got flowers around you. I'm not quite sure why flowers. I don't often get that, but it's lovely to see. Let's see. We have one of your cards there. We have two of your cards. It's not very often I let them come out at the same time, or they let them come out at the same time, but that was special. So here we go, Dawn. Dawn, my sweet, I don't mean to be upsetting. I don't mean to be particularly emotive, but I do get an image that young children are being drawn to you. I can see several children up to about the age of 10. That could be various children amongst the family that just are drawn to you because you're a light, you're a magnet to them, and they feel comfortable near you. And that might be why I'm seeing flowers, and that is unusual for me. I get the feeling that they are linked to you in a personal way, but not all of them are yours. But yeah, there are a lot of children's spirits that are just drawn to your energy and your heart, your soul. You are a safe place for them. Lovely. These are children in spirit, though. These aren't children that are living. These are children that have moved on earlier than we would have wanted them to. So they're children, and any spirit can choose how they present to us. They might come to me presenting as they were a baby, but actually died as a senior citizen. They might come to me as a senior citizen when they actually moved on as a child. That's because they can choose what they think would be the most comfortable age to be, or how they would want people to remember them. These children, some of them I don't think grew, which would be indicated by you saying two babies in spirit, your daughter's children. Some of them I think are other children that have just seen your light and have come to you for comfort. They are very relaxed around you, and this is not a negative thing at all. It just highlights that you're a special person. That may well be linked in the past, yeah. Now let me show you your cards. Your first card is laughter. Now that is reminding you to celebrate the joy and the laughter within your life. Your future card is a categoric change, that hello and goodbye. Let me try and get the camera to focus on it. It's being a little bit, been trying with a new setup and it's not focusing too well today. Or maybe it's my eyes. Anyway, I'm sure you've got the gist of what that card's showing you there. Hello and goodbye. And your change card is the water card. Now, one of the things that I'm just going to tell you before I dissect and interpret your cards, my love, is that when we do have a lot of spirits near us, however positively and enthusiastic those spirits are, and these children are, they are very joyful and happy and giggly, excited and lovable they are little tykes. It can still be draining. So if you do ever feel like you are just more tired than relevant to what you're doing, you should highlight that, yeah, please just give me an hour, give me a break. They will step away. They won't disappear, but they will step away if you ask them to. Okay, so if they do get a little bit much for you, you are able to ask them to give you a break. Now, the laughter card. That is telling you to look at these things that have brought you joy. And again, there was some noise in the house then. I do ask for forgiveness for any disruption. Your laughter card is telling you to remember the joy. It's distressing when children do move on earlier, but there is joy to be found in them coming to you. At the same time, your day-to-day life, as I said earlier, it's very easy to get caught in the day-to-day and to forget the joy and the laughter that has happened in the past, our memories, those things that we think, oh, I will always recall this day, I will always remember this moment, and then they sometimes get overwhelmed by the water bill, the electric bill, whatever else. So take a look in your mind at all those things, your mementos, those moments that your brain has captured. Enjoy them, celebrate them. Now, the reason that I'm referring to you perhaps being tired is this water card. This water card tells me that you have been sharing energy a little bit too much. Just 1 second. My husband's trying to get my attention for something quite urgent. So if you pause for 1 second, I'm just going to ask him.
I'm going to leave the door out because I've seen the cat walking the road.
Moxie. Okay, seems my cat has decided to go for a wander and she's not like that. Plus she's very elderly, so we're a bit paranoid at the minute for her. So he's just been out to check on her. Back to you and your water. The water card signifies that you're not looking after yourself. You're not prioritizing yourself. Okay, my love. It's telling you that you actually need to kind of schedule some time for you and put your needs sort of into the mix. It's all well and good being there for everybody else, but when you're being joined from people beyond and you're trying to do everything for your family, your grandchildren, your children, then you do end up pretty much exhausted, and you cannot be there for them on either side of the scale if you're wiped out. So start looking at ways to replenish your energy, put you in the mix, book you some time, take an afternoon off, take an evening off, just be there for yourself. And you need to do this because this hello and goodbye card again, the hello and goodbye card, as I've said a few times, is all about change. It's all about a categoric change coming your way. You cannot avoid that change. Whether you choose to take part in it or not, it will still happen. It will still occur around you. It's not going to be negative. It is a positive change, but it may well be significantly impacting on your tiredness and your availability and so on. So, yeah, start with remembering all the good times. Continue with prioritizing yourself and your well-being for a little while, and then you'll be ready for this change that is coming in the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks or so. All right, my lovely one. Let's see who else is there. And enjoy having yourself sparkling with flowers, Dawn. Hello, Lois. Yeah, of course, Lois. I would love to give you a reading. I think my husband has happily found my cat. Yes, the wandering Moggy has returned. She's called Mogzilla because when we first got her from a rehoming centre, she got fed to the size of Godzilla. She could have knocked down cities, that woman, kitty. I say woman, she's got the attitude of a full-grown woman in the size of a kitty's body. So Lois, I am pulling your cards for you. I have your present card. Oh, I know what it is. She is convinced that her half-full food bowl is completely empty. Well, tough luck. And there we go. Okay, Lois. You have, in present time, you will know in the morning. And then you have for your future, love. I'm showing you that image quite close because the detail on it is extraordinary. Okay, and then your change card, that image, and the wording is relax, everything is okay. So let's get into this for you, Lois. At the present, right now, right at this particular specific moment in time, I can tell you that you're anticipating something. And if you're not anticipating it at this particular moment, you will be very soon, very, very soon. Something is coming in your direction. The card saying you'll know in the morning is not saying you'll wake up with post on your mat telling you the lottery numbers or anything like that. It's telling you that all of your instincts, all of your internal knowledge that is telling you how things go and where things go, you will know more strongly where that is going in the morning, over the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's usually a kind of slim time frame. It's also a good time right now to start asking your own spirits and guides around you if they can give you an inkling. If you try doing that just before you go to sleep, when you wake up, you may find, repeat it a few nights, and over time you will find that you've got a stronger idea on what is going on with what you anticipate. I'm getting a closed door in front of me now when I'm asking, what is it that you're anticipating? Is it family? Is it employment? Is it housing? Anything like that? It's like, no, private business, Lois, you need to know, and that's it. I don't need to know to tell you. You already have that information available. So moving on to your change card of relax, everything is okay. I don't often refer to the bottom line of these cards very often for this reading, but for you, I will highlight this. Says, don't worry, it's all going to be fine. So that thing that you're anticipating it's going to have quite an impact, and you're thinking of the worst scenario, which is very common. We always want to be prepared for the bad so that we can, be prepared. The change that is coming is to relax, because nothing bad is going to happen. Everything is going to lead to a joyful outcome with provisos. It's going to lead to a joyful outcome providing you provide love, not for the world and the universe, but for you. So in summary, the things that you know that are coming, you will know more about them in a better way over the next week or two. You don't need to do an awful lot to change them, but relax. Things are not going to go horribly. Might be upsetting and unsettling, not upsetting as in causing you mayhem and misery, but unsettling for a little while. But provided you are kind to you and offer yourself lots of love, then you'll be fine. You really will be fine. It's in the cards. Okay, my sweet? I hope that helps you with whatever is bothering you. It's all going to come out fine in the wash. So let us see who else is there. Now, whoever has got another comment coming up, your spirits are ready. Jamie M. Well, your spirits are very keen to pull you 2 cards straight away. So I pulled those out for you, okay, Jamie? And now we've got your change card, my love. Okay. Jamie, if you're listening, my sweet, are you a male Jamie or a female Jamie? And I like your kitty cat in your picture. So here we go, my sweet. Your first card is grandparent. Now, that is not referring to a specific grandparent, but do look at that image. Isn't it beautiful? One step at a time is in the future. And then worth waiting for. Just get that a little bit clearer. Worth waiting for. we've got foxes down here on that lovely little lady's lap. So the first card is telling you very clearly how to treat yourself. Yeah, I'm bringing it back here just so that you can get as much focus and clarity on that as you possibly can. If we think of the Disney relationships, if we think of the Disney portrayals in all of the perfect Hallmark Christmas films and what have you, grandparents are completely nurturing, completely accepting, loving, wholesome, just absolutely there for you. You know, of course you can have another piece of pie. Of course you can have another cookie. Don't worry about tidying up. Nana will do it. Of course you can sit down with Granddad and watch another war film. Don't worry about doing homework. It'll wait until later. I'll make your bed. You know, you get lots and lots of freedom and lots of care, nurture, acceptance, consideration, all of the good things. Not too much on the realism, but that is telling me that right now, thank you, right now you need to just give yourself that TLC, that total acceptance for where you're at, where you are, and you don't have to change too much. You don't have to do too much. You just have to sit for a little while and love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Now, you need to do that because you need to respect that what is coming is worth waiting for. There you go. You see your fox. Foxes are very, very shy critters, and they aren't going to come anywhere near you unless you are chilled out, relaxed, and just settled. So you're being told to be kind to yourself, nurture yourself, look after yourself, and chill, relax. Remember that what is coming and might be taking its time, but what is coming will be worth it. I get the feeling this is to do with your long-term future and your long-term prospects, like you're on a course or on a job project, something that is going to give you, when the time comes, much wider opportunities in life. But you can't do it all in one go. And that is this card. One step at a time. Now, if we bring this one back so you can focus on it very, very carefully, you can see that you've got some standing stones there, a little bit like Stonehenge. You've obviously got your unicorn there with the rainbow. Now, we all know that rainbows only appear here and there in the right circumstances. And we all know that standing stones took a heck of a long time to get put in place. So what these three cards are telling you right now, my darling, is you're pushing yourself very hard, very fast, for no reason, for no benefit. You need to carry on being kind to yourself. You need to carry on putting the work in, because your future is worth waiting for. But you'll only get there one step at a time. You cannot push this to a faster conclusion by beating yourself up and dragging yourself half to death. So, yeah, just be more patient. Be nicer to you. You don't have to have it all ready next week. And if you try, it's not going to work as well as you want. You need to give it the right time. Thank you, Jania. Thank you for that feedback. It is much appreciated. But your first most important task now is to be nice to you. And remember that not everything is just handed out willy-nilly at the drop of a hat. You have to put the effort in. Okay, my love? Let's see who else is out there sparkling away in the darkness. In the tinterwebs. In the meantime, I have... hello, Erica. I will happily do you a card. I take from your name, Erica, that you are a medium as well. Either that, you've happily given me your clothes size, but I haven't got any mediums to send you. I am a large. Some areas I'm an extra large. I've got a guy coming closer to me in overalls. Greatest of respect to this gentleman. He's not smelling particularly pleasant. He's not fresh out of the shower. He's worked hard. he is a very hard worker, but what he works at is not particularly clean and tidy. So we're talking labourer, agricultural labourer, or mechanic, something that is kind of dirty, kind of a little bit whiffy. I get the feeling he's outdoors a lot, which is why I'm thinking mechanic or agricultural labourer. I don't think he's an indoor carpenter, builder, that kind of thing, although builders are often out in the air a lot, aren't they? This guy has very deep, soulful brown eyes. Very deep, soulful. He's a very calming presence. He's a very loving presence. I do think he's linked to you, Erica, but he's not giving me in what way. He's moving around a lot. He's the kind of guy who doesn't want to stand still. And of course, being in overalls does not help me put a time frame on him, so I can't give you a clue as to when he passed. Just extremely hardworking, very loving and nurturing, very family oriented, and didn't always present as the freshest when he got home from work. But moving on, I hope he resonates with you in some way. But moving on, your present card is Decide. I'll bring that one closer again because I love that waterfall in the background there. I'll point it out with the unicorn spraying the water out of his horn. That's just beautiful. Your future card, Believe in Yourself. And you have the grown unicorn or Pegasus, showing the baby one how to fly. And then your change card is Very Soon. Now, for you having the medium in your name, I will tell you what the bottom line is saying on this deck. The decision card, it is time to clearly make a decision about what you want. That is telling you that right now you are facing various choices. I'm getting a closed door again on what area those choices are in, but they are telling me that those choices will be a little daunting to you. You will be uncertain whether you can take that step forward or whether that step forward would be a step too far. Don't worry about it. You will know more coming soon. The Very Soon card is telling you what you are asking for will happen soon and in a happy way. So don't be panicking about these decisions that you have to make. The positive side of things will be more obvious to you extremely soon. I think that's the change that you have to make, not keep looking at the negative and the, oh, I can't possibly, because you're being told actually you probably can. Further enhancing that you probably can choose the decision that feels a little bit daunting is that believe in yourself. See yourself doing well and you will. I'll put it there. I don't know if you can read backwards, but that is what it is saying to you. So essentially you are being told, my sweet, that if you are in a time of stretching into a new area in your life in any regard, be it job, housing, employment, spiritualism, then you have that decision to make. You have to make it soon, but it will be a happy outcome and you will end up with a future that you need to practice more believing in yourself, because that's the way the positivity comes, by believing in yourself. Okay, my love. Now, I've got about 5 minutes left. We might have time for one more if the cards are quick for us. So let's see if there is anybody else there. Lisa Jane, yeah, let's go for it, my sweet. Let's see what we can get. There is your first one, my darling. There is your second one, my sweet. And there is your third one. Okay. Again, Lisa, you have a decision coming in. Yeah. It is time to clearly make a decision about what you want. Definitely yes. That one, that card to me is an intellectual yes. I say that because this gentleman is standing here very solid, very secure on his own. He's not looking to me particularly perplexed or confused. He is quite happy by himself. And then your change card is this happy card. So let's break that down a little bit more for you, my sweet. Decide. You have decisions coming your way. There's not really much more to say about that. They're asking you to focus on those decisions that are coming up that you need to be paying mind to. That you've got a lot of things going on around you. It's a little bit of a chaotic whirlwind in certain respects around you. You're being reminded in your change card to look at your happy thoughts, to focus on your happy memories. Now, we've spoken about that earlier. That is about remembering all of those things that have made you who you are, all those memories that you have gathered throughout your life that make you feel good. And you go, I never want to forget this day. I never want to forget this moment. This moment's so special. This day is so incredible. The change is bringing those to the forefront of your mind and not letting them just kind of stagnate in the background. So you have these decisions coming. You have your happy thoughts that will inform those decisions. And then you have this intellectual yes. Now, the intellectual yes needs a little bit of explanation here. So let's imagine if you can go to the car showroom, you can buy any car you want off the forecourt, but one is the bright red sports car that you've wanted your entire life. 2-door, tiny boot, no practical purpose, apart from just looking good in it, which you would look good in anything, my darling. Then the other choice is a 5-seater family car, great big boot, can take you anywhere, goes for miles, can fit everything in that you might ever want to do. Even moving house, you'd be able to do it with this particular car. So does your heart say, yes, I will go with what I've wanted all my life, my sports car? Or does your head say, or your head will say, no, we need to look at practical. We're spending this much money. Let's get something that's good for everything that we might want it for, not just sunny days and looking good. So in short, your intellectual, logical yes, your head yes, is telling you that when you're looking at your decisions, when you're looking at your happy thoughts, the direction that you want to steer is that serves you and others, not that is just purely focused on you. You need to be looking at the wider purpose of your decision making. You need to be looking at the wider impact of your decision making. And then look at that intellectual. Doesn't mean that you disregard what you want. You can have both when they are the right choice for both. You will know if it's the right choice for both whilst you're considering what that decision is. But yeah, you need to be looking at things that kind of meets everybody's needs in a certain way, not just your dreams. Sorry. But yeah, I think with lots of respect and love to everybody that's on here, that is pretty much our time up for tonight. I apologise for whoever was banging their horn earlier outside and other noises that have taken place today. That isn't usual when I'm here. Everybody that sees me regularly knows that. I apologise for not being on last session. That's 2 weeks ago, and that was because I was at my daughter's house, seeing my granddaughter and my grandson, and unfortunately their internet is just not reliable enough for me to stream from there. I thought it would be, but when I tried it earlier in the week, it wasn't happening. So I needed to bow out last session, I'm afraid. Other than that, I will bid you all farewell. And that noise is my alarm telling me that our time is up for now. Take care, everybody. Love to you all. And thank you so much to Stace behind the scenes, who is keeping me looking half effective by talking with you guys so well. So thank you so much for everyone. That's it.